Hey YouTubers, welcome back to the channel. It's that van guy again with another weekly video. Today's video is going to be my Council of Councils 2020 haul video. All the really cool stuff that I found at this year's Council of Councils held in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, February 2020. Lots of cool stuff. There are a lot of other vanners that collect van diecast and van toys. So I got the hookup from a few of those guys. Most notably the guy that owns and runs the Museum of Vanning, Joe Madonia. Big shout out to him. He found a lot of stuff for me. Ones that I don't have. I let him know kind of different castings that I collect that I was looking for certain ones, and he just brought a whole bunch of stuff that he thought that I could use, and I just took home a boatload. Also, I got a bunch from a local friend of mine, Shannon McGilvra. He also is a avid diecast collector. He does a lot of old, he's into a lot of the old stuff like red lines and stuff. He's a big red line collector, and he has a lot of real expensive and rare stuff, but he also had a lot of old like Van Nationals, souvenir vans, and different Council of Councils souvenir vans and other van diecasts that he was gave me a really good deal on. So we're going to be going through a lot of this stuff today. Get comfortable, get a snack, get something to drink, because this might be a longer video. We got a lot of cool stuff to go through. Okay, first I'll go through all the cool stuff that I got from the Council of Councils, just like old souvenirs and stickers and like non-diecast stuff. Here's a couple of stickers from the 47th National Truck-In, which was last year. There's actually a mistake on one of these. As you can see, these are both from the 47th National Truck-In. But I think the dash plaque there was a mistake on it. You could see it says July 10th through the 14th, but the sticker says July 24th through the 28th. So there was just an error on that. And, you know, like Hot Wheels people, they love to, you know, collect errors. So I just thought it was kind of funny that I got both when one is an error and one is correct. So kind of a funny little thing. Metal dash plaque, and then some stickers. And then I got some other cool stickers. I got these glossy street van stickers. Really cool looking sticker. And then another one, do it in a van. Old school Ford sticker. Pretty cool. Here's a little patch that Joe Madonia from the museum gave me. Van Toys R Us, kind of a cool patch. And then here's the dash plaque from Council of Councils for this year. Metal dash plaque. Had to get one of those because this is the first Council of Councils that I've ever been to, and since it was in my home state of Wisconsin and it wasn't too far of a drive for me, I thought now is the perfect time for me to check it out. And I got one of these squeezy stress balls, and this was from the Museum of Vanning, Hudson, Florida. It just has print on one side, but I just thought it was kind of cute. Just a little squeezy stress ball thing, and it's a van that has the Museum of Vanning logo on it. I got a couple carded ones. I'm probably going to eventually open these. But this is the Museum of Vanning yearly fundraising car. I think they do some sort of a car every year, and I think it might have it on here somewhere what year it is. I got like this year's and I think like next year's or something like that. I think I got 2019 and 2020, but super detailed van. And there's some information from the Vanning Museum, Joe's email and his phone number. So if you are in the the Florida area and you want to check out the Museum of Vanning, it's just everything to do with vanning. They have just like refrigerator magnets, patches, all sorts of van toys, any kind of van diecast you can think of, posters, graphics, flyers, old van parts. Like there's actually a couple vans inside the museum. Just a really cool thing. I hope to check it out in person one of these days. And then here's another one, a different one, and I definitely had to get this one because I collect the 66 Dodge A100 from Hot Wheels. So this is, I'm not sure what it says. This one has a 4 on it. I'm not sure which one is what year though. But very cool piece. Definitely wanted to have one of these for my 66 Dodge A100 collection. So these two I probably will eventually open, but I'm not going to open them just yet because we got so much other stuff to go through. Here's a really cool piece. This is Hot Wheels Light Speeders, and I collect the Baja Breaker. And this is a very rare Baja Breaker. I'm probably going to open this in a future video because it has a little fob, like a little laser light thing. You could paint with light with this. It's kind of like a color changer, but it uses light instead of temperature to change. But I press the button on the little fob thing and the light doesn't light up. So I'm going to have to change the batteries on it. So I'm going to get the correct batteries so I can do that in the video. So I'm not going to open it, but I was able to get a loose one as well. Joe was able to hook me up with a carded one and a loose one. So here's the loose one, and here's the carded one. We'll open the carded one and show you all the stuff that's included in this package in a separate video. But we'll check out the loose one, and then we'll just kind of go right down the line of all the cool van diecasts that I got at the Council of Councils. Very cool version. I've been looking for one of these for a couple years, and they just never came up on eBay, and I couldn't find anyone anywhere else. There's a lot of light speeder different releases out there, but this Baja Breaker one is super rare, and never was able to find one. But unfortunately, through my own searching, but thankfully Joe Madonia hooked me up with one of these, so I can try to complete my Baja Breaker collection. This is one of only a few that I'm missing, so or this might be the last one. I'll have to check my jammer. But very cool version, and again it changes with light instead of heat. So very cool version. Now we'll just shoot through some of these. I also told him that I collect this Matchbox Supervan 2 casting. Ford Supervan 2 from Matchbox, made in Macau. And I have quite a few of these, but there are quite a few that I don't have. A lot of them were sold like in the UK, or they were special sets, so they're kind of harder to get a hold of. So I have a handful of them, but he brought at least like 6 that I didn't have, so that was really awesome. I was able to increase my Matchbox Ford Supervan 2 collection, adding different versions of ones I didn't have. This one is really cool. Then there's a couple that have, there's some light and sound releases where you press on, I think, the front axle and the lights will flash, and it has a little alarm built into it, like a little siren that goes off. But you know, over time the battery wears out, and it's not really, I don't think it comes apart very easily to change the battery. I don't think they were really designed to be able to, the battery to be changed, and the battery wears out over time. I would have to probably drill it in order to get it apart to, or there is a screw in the bottom instead of a rivet, the way it looks. So maybe it is able to be taken apart. I'll have to look into that. But this is a really cool one, another light and sound version. And I got another light and sound version I didn't have, this black and white police SWAT van, a little bit dusty. Probably should have cleaned it up before the video, but I had a lot of them to lay out because I got so much stuff at the Council of Councils show, which is where we did the van toy convention, just to kind of like in a one afternoon little buy sell swap meet, you know, van diecast and van toys. And I was there selling some stuff, and then they had some racing for distance, and I got some video of that on my GoPro. I'm trying to get the video off of my GoPro and edit it so that I can do a special video on the racing that we did at the Council of Councils, the downhill for distance race. And I actually was able to take second place in that, and was actually able to come away with a race winner trophy van. And we'll check that out later in the video. Another cool Ford Supervan 2 version I didn't have. Some of these look like they need to be cleaned up a little bit dusty, but that's okay. They look like they're in pretty much mint condition. They're just a little bit dusty or dirty. They've probably been hanging around for a while. Here's another one. I think this one is a more rare one that was only sold in the UK, or it was part of a set. I've seen a few on eBay, and they want like big money, plus they would have to be shipped from the UK. So shipping would be astronomical as well. You're talking like $25, $30 for shipping alone. Very cool version. And then last of the Ford Supervan 2s is this Tizer flavored soft drink. I think it must be some sort of a soda company, maybe over there in England. Tizer or Tizer. Tizer Racing Team. I think he said something about that this might be, it might be like a team convoy type situation where it came as part of a set. So, really cool. Glad to add that one. Now I got a couple oddballs. I think this one is a pullback, but there's not, I don't have too much information on it. It has some info on the bottom, and you can see it has a little bit of a, you know, like where a pullback spring might be, but it doesn't pull back. So the pullback mechanism might be worn out, but it's a really cool 70s style, looks like a Ford van, with zoomies on the side and a very customized bubble windows, hood scoop, rear spoiler. It might not be a Ford, it could be a Dodge, I guess, too. It just, I don't think it's supposed to be an exact replica of anything specific. I think it's just a kind of a fantasy van. But very cool little plastic toy, slightly larger than like a 1/64 scale. Then they got this other oddball. This is part of like a McDonald's or a Burger King Happy Meal little toy. It's spring loaded, and it came in like a little garage, and you hit a button on the garage, and this little van shoots out of the garage. Don't know much about it. That's all the information I got from Joe about it. Just kind of a little roller. The wheels actually don't move. It's just got little roller wheels on the bottom. There, it might have the Burger King logo if I can catch it in the light just right. I'm holding it upside down here. Yeah, Burger King. Made in China. But you can see it's got little wheels that spin. The actual wheels don't actually turn. But kind of a cool little oddball piece. Something I didn't have. Here's another more odd one. This is a Maisto Fantasy is the name of the casting on this one. If I can catch it on the light just right. You can see it says Maisto Fantasy. I have quite a few of these. I've actually made quite a few. This is kind of an oddball fantasy van. And this is a 2014 Merry Christmas release. I've seen a few of these on eBay. But it's not top priority collecting this particular casting because it's not the most attractive van casting, but you know, I like to collect them all. So when I run out of other stuff, you know, I might be going after these. I know they made quite a few of these different versions. Okay, here's the convention souvenir car for the 2020 27th Van Toy Convention, which is at the Council of Councils this year, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So this is like the Van Toy Convention souvenir car. And you can see it says Harley Davidson. It's got some beer in the back. It says 2020 Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Very cool design. Has all of the stuff from the Council of Councils artwork. And then you can see this one is the race winner. It's a black and white version of the convention car. And on the hood it says race winner. I took second place out of I don't know how many different racers. There was probably like 30 or 40 different racers, and you could race multiple times. It was $1 to race. Every time you ran your van down the track, it was $1 a race, and it all went to charity for the Vanning Museum. And I think I had 3 different cars, and I ran all three times. And it was a super van ambulance straight out of the package that got me second place. Okay, next up we got some older Van Nationals releases, different souvenir vans. Not really sure what year this one was from. It should say on there 39th Van Nationals. It usually says it on the graphics, but the graphics are kind of small. You almost have to look at it real close, or like with a magnifying glass, to see the information on it. But very cool. Seems like they do a lot of these matchboxes are the ones that usually different matchbox casting that they choose to make the souvenir cars. Here's another Van Nats release. This is from 2007, and this was a Van Nationals that I was actually at, I believe. This was in Ohio in 2007 with a 007 theme. And I believe I was at this Van Nationals in Ohio, one of the first Van Nats that I went to. Took my 1995 Dodge van. And if you look up some van parades, you can see the van that I had is in the parade. So my van makes, just for a few seconds, makes the video. And then I got a bunch of these Happy Holidays Van Toy Collector versions, all 4x4s from different years. This one is 1998, I believe. And they're all very similar, but just different year releases. This one is 1998. Here's 1999. Very similar paint scheme, but different colors. Here's the year 2000. This one's got some reflective metallic writing on it. The Van Toy Collector 2000. And then, not sure about this one, what year this one is. This one looks like it's 1997. It looks like it says 97 on the license plate in the back. So, got like 4 different versions. All ones I didn't have. Very cool. And then we got some more Matchbox. This is a Ford panel van Matchbox casting. This is from the 28th Van Nationals in New York. Wasn't at that one. Next year is going to be in Minnesota. This coming year, actually, is going to be in Minnesota. So I'm going to try to make that if I can. And then we got some van toy conventions. Try to do them in order. These are all, again, Matchbox Ford panel vans. This is the 10th Van Toy Convention. This one was in St. Louis, Missouri, with a Mardi Gras theme. Ford panel van, Matchbox. Next up we got the 11th Van Toy Convention. And that one was in Tampa, Florida. This one looks like it's a race winner, according to the emblem or graphics on the hood. You can see it says race winner. So this was probably a trophy van. Next up we have the 16th Van Toy Convention. Another Ford panel van. And another one that says race winner on the hood. And then last but not least, we got this 17th Van Toy Convention from 2010 in Wisconsin Dells. Fortunately, I missed that one. Race winner. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it wasn't too long. Lots of cool stuff to show you. All the 2020 Council of Councils van diecast goodness. All sorts of cool stuff. Thanks again to all the vanners that came out to say hi in person. And definitely Joe Madonia for doing all the trading and finding me all this cool stuff. And also Shannon McGilver for giving me some great deals on some pieces I didn't have. Thanks again for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Don't forget to check out my Facebook page, That Van Guy. Check me out on Instagram. I'm that_diecast_van_guy. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day.